Did you know that Ryan Blaney has never won in a track with 4 turns? Saw that somewhere yesterday, thought it was interesting, and just felt like saying it. But William Byron won his second consecutive pole, his third pole of the season. But can he turn this into his first career win? Well, we'll find out Sunday, but I'm here to tell you about that. So, William Byron, his second consecutive pole, and pretty dominantly. He did it by 0.3 of a second almost. That's pretty impressive. The second-year driver, he's doing much better than he did last year. He sits 15th in the points, so he's in the playoffs. But obviously, a win would lock him in, and it wouldn't put him in that bubble situation. But can he get it done at Pocono? Last year, he got his best career finish at Pocono, 6th place. And that was tied this year with Texas, another 6th place finish. So he's run good at Pocono in the past, one of the races last year. So he knows to get around the place a little bit. Chad Knaus obviously helping out a lot with that, with his crew being the crew chief. Much experience, 7 championships with Jimmy Johnson, lots of wins with Jimmy Johnson, 83, I believe, 83. But yeah, so lots of success Chad Knaus has been through. He's been through a lot, almost 17, 18 years. So lots of experience helping a young driver who's only in his second year. I'm sure that is going very well together. It's obviously showing in the results and also the qualifying efforts that are happening. So William Byron trying to put the number 24 back into victory lane for the first time since the fall of 2015. Other topics this weekend. A guy who has never won at Pocono, but he has had much success at Pocono, is Kevin Harvick. He will be rolling off in the 11th position. He has never won, but he has, I think they said 4 second-place finishes, but he has had a lot of success at Pocono, leading laps, getting good finishes, but he has never won a Cup Series race at Pocono. Will that change this weekend? I'm not picking him, but I could very well see it happening. He is yet to win this year. He's very hungry for a win. He had 5 at this point last year, so I fully expect him to be competing up there. I would not be surprised if he won or is competing for the win, but he is not my race pick. We'll get to that later. Some other contenders I expect to see up there. Kyle Busch, your most recent winner of this race at Pocono. He is starting second. I expect him to be up front all day. Denny Hamlin has 4 wins at Pocono. He rolls off 6. I expect him to run up front all day. And another guy I expect to run up front who is not starting too great, 20th, Martin Truex Jr. He won this race 1 year ago. I expect him to get up a little bit and be in the top 10, maybe top 5. And if there's a strategy call, go out there and try to get another win. So yeah, other notable qualifiers: Clint Bowyer 3rd, Eric Jones 4th, Brad Keselowski 5th. Brad Keselowski, he is in that 3-way tie for the most wins on this season. Him, Martin Truex Jr., and Kyle Busch all have 3 wins, so they are looking for the advantage in playoff points, obviously. And so if there were a late race caution with a strategy call, I expect those guys to stay out to try to get that win in those 5 playoff points. Who else should we talk about? Jimmy Johnson qualified 8th. That's pretty good for Jimmy Johnson. Coming off the top 10 in the 600. He needs a good run. He is not in the point situation he wants to be in. He would most definitely like a win, of course, but good finishes if they can't win is what they need right now. So he needs to stay in the top 10, get some stage points, and get a good finish on the day. Daniel Suarez started 9th at the beginning of the season. I said that he would get his first career win at either Watkins Glen or Pocono. He starts 9th, so he could very well. Those are his 2 best tracks, I think, and so I could very well see him winning this weekend. 10th, Austin Dillon, a good qualifying effort for the RCR number 3 car. So that's basically your qualifying roundup right there. Some guys who struggled a little bit in qualifying. Other than Keselowski, the Penske guys, 16th, Joey Logano, 17th, Ryan Blaney. Ryan Blaney won the pole for this race last year. He had a poor qualifying session. 15th, Alex Bowman. Bowman, who is on a 4 consecutive top 10 streak, 3 of those being second-place finishes. And then Kurt Busch starting 21st, poor qualifying from him. And that's about it. There weren't any terrible. Who was it? J.J. Yeley spun in qualifying, so he did not finish his lap. But yeah, that was rough for him. What else happened? Ryan Blaney the reason he had a poor qualifying moment, I just remember this, was because he was in the middle of turn 3 and he kind of just lost it a little bit, which leads me to my next point. So, this new package on Pocono, usually Pocono, there's a lot of shifting and stuff, and a lot of braking, a lot of shifting. It's like a road course almost. This year it's different. It's a very different feel for the track. So you go through turn 1. It's the fastest you'll go through turn 1 ever. It's like they said they're really fast in the corners. I don't remember the speed. But it's almost like a complete straightaway with a slight slant from the exit of turn 1 to the entrance of turn 3, because you're able to go full throttle through the tunnel turn in turn 2. So you're able to just full throttle it from the exit of 1 to the entrance of 3. And that's a lot. It's a 2.5 mile track, and you're exiting turn 1 and you're going in turn 3. So if you ever have to lift in turn 2, that could be a struggle. Another thing I expect tomorrow, a lot of people were getting really loose in turn 1. And I think that could be a factor in the race. If you get loose in turn 1 and there's cars around you, I think turn 1 will be the trouble spot in the race on Sunday. So if there are to be a lot of incidents or anything, I expect it to be turn 1. I expect cars to get loose and just, shoot up the track, hit someone in chaos. So turn 1 to be the trouble spot, and then if you lose momentum in turn 2, you have to lift it all. That could be a problem. Obviously, that was single car qualifying, wide open. It'll be different with 40 cars out there, or however many cars there are, 37 cars. It'll be different, but whatever. Race pick. Will William Byron get his first career win this weekend? No, but I think he gets a top 5. I do expect William Byron to get a top 5. My pick for this race. All right, where did he go? Oh, there he is. Okay. I expect this guy to get his 4th win on the season. So that narrows your options now to Kyle Busch, Martin Truex Jr., Brad Keselowski. Go ahead and pick my championship pick from the beginning of the season. I think Brad Keselowski wins his 4th race of the season at Pocono. The last win at Pocono was in 2011, I believe. But yeah, so I got Brad Keselowski winning at Pocono. I don't know if it's going to be fuel mileage, if it's going to be a late race call, but I expect him to win at Pocono. That's my race pick. Let me know who you think will win in the comments. Let me know if you think William Byron will get his first career win, if Daniel Suarez will get his first career win. Let me know if you think Clinton Boyer gets a Pocono win or someone else. I don't know. So let me know who you think's going to win. That's it for this video, though. I did that video yesterday about Jeff Gordon. I did full freaking analysis of a restart. If you would like me to post that, tell me. I'll post that and that only. Go watch that video, actually, about Jeff Gordon. It's right here. That was a fun video to make, to be honest. It was pretty interesting. Got another video right here. Something shiny, I don't know. Maybe my finals preview. Game 2 tomorrow for the podcast. We'll be live streaming on here, so you should check that out. But yeah, click on my face to subscribe. Thanks for watching.